Hey there, welcome back to Bust a Move. My name is William, and you have found yourself in the middle of a 10-part video series that's actually an online course that we had for sale a couple of years ago. It's called the Mobile Income Academy. Now, this course teaches you from the starting point, like knowing nothing about online business, to all the way through to having the tools and the resources necessary and the education to start and build and grow a profitable online education platform. And if you got to this video because you saw the thumbnail or the title and you just need to know this one particular thing, then that's awesome. Stick around and I'll be teaching that in just a second. However, if you don't know anything, I would encourage you to go to the description section of this video, click on the link to the number one video, and watch it all the way through, because it is a linear path and it shows you everything that you need to do and the steps you need to do it in order to build, launch, and grow this platform using Kajabi. And so we thank you for that. Thanks for being here. I really hope this means something to you, and I hope you enjoy it. And until we see you again, thanks a lot, and bust love. It's so easy for people like me that have been in this for so long to get caught up or lost really in our own little words. We have our own little vernacular, so to speak, or whatever for this type of business. And I mentioned a lead magnet the other day, and the guy was like, what? So basically you're doing all the stuff to get in front of people and to create leads, and leads are people that will become your customers. So the idea is to create something that they can't live without, or they think they can't, or something that will actually change their life. And if we're doing this from a servant thing, and side note, this will fail if you're not trying to serve people. Like if you're just trying to make money, just don't do it, because you have to have a heart for people and seeing their lives change for the better in order to really succeed from a decent standpoint. And I hope that you do, and I hope that you've made it this far thinking, what can I pass on to someone else? So basically, a lead magnet is something that is like a portion of what you're trying to teach, or like one of the key elements of what you're trying to teach. And it's something that you give to someone in exchange for an email address. And you'll hear online, there's a lot of crazy people out there saying like email marketing is dead or whatever. But like, I personally get like 40 emails a day, and a lot of them are like marketing stuff, like, hey, come do this because of something I signed up for one time. And so that's a thing. The world still revolves around email marketing. So basically you have your thing that you're teaching, your product that you're selling, your mini course, your digital course, your membership, or your community. You're selling that. So ultimately you need people to buy it. So what you do, you get leads. So you do that with the lead magnet. You are probably here because you got a guide to making money on the road, our digital book, our ebook, first, and you saw it in a Facebook group, you saw it at the end of one of our YouTube videos, something like that, and you're like, man, I'd kind of like to learn how to make money on the road, and these guys seem to do it, and so maybe I want to read that book, and it's like 14 pages or something, and it's an easy, quick read. I'll download the book. Oh wait, I have to give it my email address? Okay, cool. So you gave me your email address, I sent you an email, bada bing, whatever, you're here. So, I mean, that is what happens. And it doesn't always have to be an ebook. Like in one of the other memberships that I lead, and the other, one of the legs of Just Like a Pro, I've mentioned my friend Chef Hank in Cooking Just Like a Pro. But we have Sound Just Like a Pro. And so I have an extensive background in audio production, and I'm a musician. And I have a degree in audio production, actually. So I've run sound for a ridiculous amount of bands that you know. I've been in the studio with a lot of bands, recording them and playing on records. And I've done live sound production for the Atlanta, Georgia film and TV world, which is fairly massive. I heard once upon a time it was the biggest in the world, and had long since overtaken Hollywood. So that's pretty cool. So I've been around that a lot. So with our YouTube channel for Sound Just Like a Pro, at the beginning and the end of every single video, I pitch an ebook there also called EQ Basics, equalizer basics, EQ basics, your blueprint to a better mix. And so in that, I've broken down a lot of stuff that you might need to know if you're trying to use an equalizer to mix music. And everybody does. Everybody that mixes music, everybody really that makes videos or anything like that should also be using an equalizer. So that's a very valuable asset. And so, I mean, we have people downloading that every single day, and they get tossed into an email sequence, and eventually they get pitched a membership group. So that is the sales funnel in a nutshell. Like, you make something that's very valuable for someone and you give it to them, and you exchange it for something that's very valuable to you, their email address. So then you're able to follow up with them. You're able to start conversations, and if you're lucky, sometimes people will reply, and then you start to get to know what they actually want to learn. And so it's just, anytime you have direct contact and direct communication with people, that's what you're going for. So that is this business. I mean, it's content marketing. You're trying to get people to see you and know and like and trust you and build a rapport with them. You give them something, they give you something, and then you have a chance and you have a relationship there, and then you can ultimately try to sell them something that's also going to change their world. And I cannot overstate that. Like, you have to be, I mean, you don't have to. I mean, if you're a bad person or whatever, you don't have to do something that you think is going to change their life. But I mean, it's going to make the situation a lot better if you're genuinely doing it from a place of servant leadership. And I hope that I'm not giving off any other vibe than that, because I am doing this because I want to help you. So again, just clearing the air there. But that's a lead magnet. And somewhere in this, on this curriculum, on the syllabus, you'll see tutorials on that. But it doesn't always have to be an ebook, because I mean, the EQ basics, your blueprint to a better mix, and a guide to making money on the road, and an ebook I wrote for ultimately one of our failed businesses that I'll tell you about. Those 3 ebooks that I wrote, I mean, they take time. They take a lot of time. And so maybe a better option is to just give away one of the modules in your online course. So like, for instance, again, the Cooking Just Like a Pro with my friend Chef Hank. So he recorded so many episodes of Cooking Just Like a Pro. So what we do is we have a mini course. So we've talked about that, but that mini course is free. So the mini course is actually the first lesson that we ever did as Cooking Just Like a Pro, and it's the full lesson in its entirety. And it's the subsequent Zoom call where people got to ask questions about how to tailor that meal to their own needs, dietary or just preference. And Chef Hank is leading them through that. And so like, what we do is, in all the content that we make for Cooking Just Like a Pro, for the marketing standpoint, we just kind of give a little pitch. Hey, do you want a free cooking episode? A free cooking lesson, really? And somebody was like, yeah, I mean, if people download that every single week, and we get several a week, and like, yeah, I'll take that free lesson. And then we're transitioning as we speak right now. We are transitioning the Cooking Just Like a Pro membership into a Cooking Just Like a Pro online course, a one-shot deal. So you pay the money, you get it all at once. But we're talking about lead magnets and the various types. And so that's a lead magnet. So somebody that wants a free cooking lesson with Chef Hank of Let 'Em Eat, they can get that free cooking lesson, but bam, 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 they get put immediately into an email sequence, and they get a few emails over the course of the week, of the following week, saying, hey man, like, if you liked it, did you watch it? Here, and like a cool trick with that, I'll tell you in the next video. But add little prompts like, oh wait, if they happen to read the email, like, oh, I didn't see that thing at 5 minutes and 40 seconds in the video where he said blah, 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 you know, like, maybe I need to log in and actually pay attention to it. And so the more you can get people to interact with your stuff, the more they fall in love with it, hopefully, and then ultimately they become a customer. So, but it all starts with the lead magnet. So if you have any questions, definitely write those in the comments. There are comments per module here, and just leave a comment and I'll try to answer it. But that's the best I can do at this moment. So lead magnets, you're generating something that is magnetic and pulling in people at the top of your funnel. So you have all the leads up top, and you have an email nurture sequence, and then you make an offer to them, and a few people purchase it. So a lot of people come in the top end, and only a few people purchase. But hopefully, if you get enough people coming in the top end and enough people caring what you're doing to start with, then eventually they become customers. But it all starts with drawing them in with the lead magnet. All right, we have our lead magnet. So how do we deliver it to everyone? And this is actually something that stumped me pretty early on. And so how do you get it into the hands of someone who actually signs up for it? How do you exchange that? So right here we have a landing page, and how you get to the landing page, I'll give you a little brief example here, and we're going to cover this in marketing, but this is our YouTube channel for Sound Just Like a Pro. So it's under the same umbrella as Cooking Just Like a Pro, which we're going to talk about a lot. But here I'm going to show you an example of a video that we put on YouTube for free that adds value to people's lives, and we're going to give away the lead magnet also. So watch me pitch it right here. Hey there, welcome back to Sound Just Like a Pro. My name is William, and I'm going to be discussing today in this video the Focusrite Scarlett series, specifically the ones I have experience with, which is the Scarlett 2i2 and the Scarlett 18i20. And if you stick around to the end of this video, you'll know everything that I love and everything that I don't love about this series of interfaces from Focusrite. But before we get too deep into the interface, I want to give you a free resource. It's an ebook called EQ Basics, Your Blueprint to a Better Mix. And in this book, I've broken down every instrument or every type of vocal that you'll encounter while mixing music. Then I've given you the root frequency and the overtones and the undertones, so there's no more guessing. It's a paint by numbers chart to find and boost and cut anything that you'll need to make your mix better from an equalization standpoint. And I want to give that to you for free at doitjustlikeapro.com/EQ book. So here we are. Let's get into this interface. This is the Focusrite Scarlett 18i20. This is the second generation, actually. All right, so that is what they see, and they're like, that sounds intriguing. I am going to find what that is. So like you can either go here, or if they remember to go there based on what I said, that's fine. So they click on that or go to the page, they land here, and it was a pretty simple pitch, and it actually just shows a screen recording of this page. So they go here, and you'll see everything that we click leads us to the form. Even if they scroll down past it to get a feel for what the cover of the book looks like, it comes here. So this is the lead magnet, this book right here. So they click here and they put in their name and email address, and then they get sent into a nurture sequence that we're going to cover a few videos from now. And in that nurture sequence, there's a welcome email like, hey, thanks for doing this. So this ebook is just a PDF. So let me show you how we deliver that. So this triggers what's called an autoresponder, and that nurture sequence is part of that auto response. So welcome. Obviously we have all these emails here. This is days worth of emails, eventually pitching. Right now it's pitching another membership, but we're actually in the process of doing a front to back fully comprehensive course on everything that you would need to mix music in a live environment or a studio environment. So this lead magnet and nurture sequence is eventually going to pitch that. But right now it's just letting people get to know me and my friend Keith, who's working on this with me. So they want the lead magnet, so let's give it to them. So you'll see in this email, it's as simple as attaching anything else. So like, let's just upload a file as if you're sending a picture to your grandmother or something. So there you go. We're going to go to EQ Basics, your blueprint to a better mix. This is the full PDF. You can see me clicking through here like this. That is all of it, with a cool little invitation to click the link and join the membership later. So we'll just click here, and it's ready to go. It's uploading. Watch it work. And so we're there. And it auto-populates a download now. But let's say click here for your free book. Make it fun for them. There you go. And we'll always go to a new window, and it automatically stores the book in an Amazon S3 server. So we're going to do that. It populates that. It's kind of tiny though, so we can make it a little more impressive, a little more jump outy. There we go. So when this email is live and someone has signed up for this, they get the email and they have this big blue link like they're used to everywhere else. So they click on this guy and it takes them to get the book. And it's really that easy. It's really that easy when you're delivering just a PDF document. So now, where do we go from there? So we go just as a fun thing. You'll see this later in the landing page build, but like the thank you page, never miss a chance to pitch what you're talking about or to go a little further. So we have a lot of the same stuff, but it's introducing this. This is the membership currently that we are pitching, but this is not really a hardcore sales thing per se. It's just more of an introduction to that. And if they're curious, they can click this page and it takes them to this amazing sales page, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. So this is the sales page, a lot more bio about me, my friend Keith, the same poster they're used to seeing just for familiarity. You have some, what do you call these? Testimonials, things like that. And then you have some sales. So that's just an aside here. So anyway, let's talk about how to deliver a lead magnet that is more than just a PDF. So like with Cooking Just Like a Pro, we're giving away the first episode of the course. So that's in funnels. And then the funnel that we'll make here in a little bit. This is actually after the fact, so you'll see us make this here in a little bit. But I want to show you this, and I even actually show you this in the landing page section. But I'm going to show you here because it's quicker. So if you're delivering a product, like a Kajabi product, like another product that you're giving away for free, you can do that with the form. And so what you'll do, you'll click on the form somewhere, it brings it up in the sidebar, and we'll go over all this in a few videos from now, but that's why I'm going through it quickly. The other thing is a lot more comprehensive. So your form is already here. I'll show you, you'll actually see me build this page later. So you'll edit your form, takes you to forms. So this is the form that you'll be making a couple of videos from now. Let's click on that. I go through all this later with you, but this is the kicker. So you'll go down to automations, and it's already there, but I'll show you again. So you'll add an automation when this form is submitted specifically, then we grant an offer. And what offer do we grant? In this particular case, we are granting the free episode of Cooking Just Like a Pro, which is a whole other product. And we'll click save. So if you're delivering, there you go. So it says that, but like it's only saying this because it's already there. So, but that's how you do it. And then you come up here and click save. So, but you'll see all that in the landing page video a few videos from now. But if this is where you are stuck at, this is where I was stuck at when I first started all this. So I wanted to go ahead and show you earlier on in the course so that you can, if this is the only thing you need, then you can get rolling and start making money on the road. So, or wherever you are, making that remote income, that passive income with your online business.